I've always had an interest in working with film. But filmmaking has gone from a small crew of filmmakers to a staggering 3,000 people working on a big budget movie, where half of the movie can be made up of animation, visual effects, and CGI. And the credits show some fairly obscure job titles. Out in the streets of Dublin, I decide to test people's knowledge of modern-day filmmaking.
Well, probably there's a lot more than just us seeing the screen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot more that we probably don't know about the behind the scenes, yes.
A mess.
The director sits and shouts on a rail.
That people outside of the industry don't know that much does not come as a surprise. But do I know film production as well as I think I do? I do some research of my own, but I still want to know more. I decide to ask someone who knows film production inside out.
Well, I have done a lot of different jobs in the film business. I think I've done nearly all the jobs you can do, but I have mostly I've been working as a production manager or a line producer or a producer in television serials or feature films. And then I have to plan the shooting, to plan all the equipment that we need, all the crew, all the actors, and to put them together in a certain plan to shoot the film or TV serial as efficient as possible. I think most people look at the film business as something glorified way of life, but it's really hard work all the time. There is very little patience in this business.
I mentioned the lesser-known jobs that we see in the credits. I asked Strand what job he considers to be important in the making of a film.
The script, who is the continuity person, to control that everything is right in the film, that an actor has the right costumes. If there is an actor that has been wounded, okay, then you have to see the wound. And after some days are passing, the wound gets less and less. There is a lot of things to control.
I leave the interview feeling more enlightened about film production. But I want to know more about these lesser-known jobs. And are these jobs known at all outside of the industry?
Do you think you can try to guess what a grip is?
A grip would be this thing that you hold the boom with.
Yes.
This gentleman, he's got a good grip on that.
Think you could guess what a focus puller is?
A focus what?
To try to clear up some of the confusion, I decide to interview Paul Zahn, whose job is key grip.
I've been married for 25 years now, and my wife has no idea what I do. Everything that holds and moves the camera would be a grip's job. Time, like when you see an image on a camera, there's a slight delay, especially with the digital cameras now anyway. If they've moved before you've moved, you've lost the shot. The target for a grip is to get it right the first time without even knowing. So then your day is typically till 7, 16, 17, 18 hours a day, 6 days a week, all the time. I mean, it's hard, but that's what makes it fun, is that, you know, every day is different. You know what they say, if you do what you love, you've never worked a day in your life. Go onto the floor and you'll find what you really want to do. But if you don't, you'll never know.
Next on my list is focus puller. So I talked to Rory O'Riordan.
Not even my family fully understand what I do, I don't think. A job as focus puller is primarily to keep the actors in focus, keep the action in focus, and to change in the camera, on the lens and the camera, change the focal plane to keep the images sharp for the viewer. Pre any shoot, you'd check the gear, prep the gear, and that would take place in a camera rental house. It's important that all the gear, you go through every piece of equipment that's going to be used on the shoot. What's the most stressful experience? I had a cow break loose, alright, once a big huge light was flicked on, pointing at a huge cow that was tied to a post, and the cow leapt and charged through set, and knocking over, like, people diving left, right and centre and all that, so that was, I suppose, stressful, scary.
After talking with people within the industry and doing my own studies, I've found a lot of jobs that I may want to try for myself, but I have also learned just how stressful a production can be.
You have to be crazy to be in this business. So
If you're not made for it, it's going to be really, really hard.
And people outside the industry seem baffled by the complexity. In the end, filmmaking is a team effort to bring to the audiences a finished product to enjoy, and I find myself glad to be able to be part of it, even if the audience would never know the work that goes into making it.